Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dude 2 and that's Dude 1 and today we are talking about anime waifus.
Well, not anime waifus, but the best girl in anime. So
Waifus.
who
What?
is the best girl in anime?
Waifus.
So for me, like this is a loaded question to talk about because there's so many different genres of anime and so many different best girls. Like for me, when I think about best girl, for me it's from a really old anime from called Amagami SS.
That rings a bell, but I can't
Yeah,
remember off the
I've
top of my
given it
head.
to you, but yeah, Amagami SS and Haruka Morishima is my favorite, my best
Is that the
girl,
one that you had on your iPhone for like a long time?
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god.
I still have it on my iPhone.
Yeah.
So for that one, it's basically it is basically like that character behind all
Yeah,
that
all those
stuff,
apps. All
behind
those
all those
apps.
apps.
It's one of those apps.
I actually do have an app for it because
You have an app for your waifus?
well, it's not my waifu, but
Don't lie. It's
no,
an app.
it's not my
Yeah.
waifu, but it's let's just say
It's essentially your waifu collection.
no, it's just what you'd say was like best girl or whatever. So like that's like your favorite female character in an anime or
Does she
something.
have thick thighs?
I wouldn't know. It's an anime character, dude.
Don't you lie.
No, but yeah.
Don't you lie.
So like loaded question. Who is the best? Last season or in this current season, I think we had a lot of talk about RE Zero girls being some of the best girls in anime. You don't watch RE Zero, do you?
What, you mean Ray Zero?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because
Ah,
Rem
yes.
and Ren.
Yes, you have
Rem.
Ram and Ram, and you have the guy. The chick is Simps after.
Aqua? No, I'm thinking. Who's Aqua? Aqua
No,
was
no,
from
no,
something
no, it's
else.
not Aqua. Why do I forget? You have Satella, and that's like she's like the not the best girl, but she's the girl. She's like one of the witches in the series.
Oh yeah,
Echidna. A lot of people saying Echidna was the best girl in RE Zero.
yeah. Right, right.
If you haven't seen it, but you should actually look at it.
I've watched a bit of Ray Zero. I'm just waiting for the series to end and then I'll watch it properly because I think it's
Yeah.
on halfway through season 2 right now. I think.
Yeah, yeah. So
So,
season
yeah.
two's it's on a hiatus,
Yeah.
which was weird, but I guess COVID-19
Well,
and everything.
it's considered to be like the best anime out right now. Especially the season 2 is
Emilia,
apparently
Emilia.
really
So
good.
Emilia, a lot of people say Emilia is the best girl. For Subaru as a character, Emilia is the best girl.
Can I just say one of the major reasons why I haven't watched it is because the main character, the MC, is called Subaru,
Yeah.
and I just can't.
Subaru.
Every time I see him, I can't help but picture the car.
Yeah, I know. Subaru WRX. Yeah.
I just think to myself, so this
Um,
is the guy that keeps dying and coming back. Oh, spoilers, by the way.
No, that's not a spoiler. It's like
It's the basis of
in
the show.
It's in the synopsis. Like that's
Yeah.
that's what drives
the basis of the show,
drives
yeah.
for the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that show, you have like Emilia, Rem is considered to be best girl by a lot of
That's the
people.
blue head one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
blue-haired one.
Yeah.
And you also have Ram, who's got
It's a sister, the twin sister.
yeah, twin sister, but pink hair and a bit more of a distinct personality.
Yeah.
She's
She's the non-simp.
in Naruto, like I think Hinata was the best girl
Oh, by far and
by
wide.
far. Sakura, unfortunately.
Well, actually,
Sakura got the
no. Actually, it's a bit of a debate because while Hinata is the clear obvious, cause Naruto,
Mhm.
but Temari and Shikamaru. So Temari was
Yeah,
a pretty.
Temari was
was a pretty big waifu for a lot of people.
Look, it's not waifu, but best
it is
girl.
waifu.
You know.
All right, whatever.
I'm
Okay,
not gonna go.
look,
Not gonna
look,
go total
look.
degenerate. These are 2D characters.
they're waifus.
Nah,
I'm sticking to the waifu term.
No.
I don't give a shit.
nah.
I'll fight you for it. Anyways,
nah. But like I don't know. No. Hinata, I believe was like a
Yeah.
clear winner for a lot of people. Sakura kind of goes away because the people say like she's like useless as such, but she's not that useless. Medical ninjas are pretty needed, but
and the physical strength that she's got, it's crazy.
that's kind of useless.
I will admit, you know the thing
Yeah,
that everyone says.
it's not
so
like-
Hinata's niche is that she's physically super strong, but then I think to myself, Sage Mode has a base strength
Mhm.
boost, and so does his Kurama mode.
Yeah.
As far as physical strength goes, I'm pretty sure Naruto. Oh, and not forgetting Sasuke has a freaking giant Susanoo,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
which would cover the strength basis, no problem.
No,
As far as physical strength is confirmed or needed, like that brute force, they don't need Sakura.
Kishi really should have developed Sakura's jutsus a lot more.
Well, I think where Kyushi made a mistake with Sakura is, he gave her the strength and the medical stuff from Tsunade, which is fine. But Tsunade has the Senju bloodline, which
Yeah.
helps her develop her powers further.
Mhm.
Whereas Sakura doesn't. So what they should have done
But
is
she's-
maybe Sakura could specialize even further and create a new. I think that's what would have made her real special compared to Naruto and Sasuke. When Naruto and Sasuke were taking existing stuff
Yeah,
and just building on
making
it.
better.
Sakura could have
Sakura-
come up with something totally original on
Well,
her own, because
Sak-
she is the smarter one of the
Sakura is
three.
basically like she's like almost a carbon copy of Tsunade.
Yeah,
in
which is boring.
Boruto. And like
It's
when
boring.
we actually first see Tsunade fight properly, and that's against Kabuto and Orochimaru.
Yeah.
That's another best girl for a lot of people. You've seen the Naruto gal figures, haven't you?
Yeah, Allah. Bro, I got Naruto Storm, I think it was Generations,
Mhm.
and in that one
So
you
that's
had
Naruto
the...
Ultimate Storm 3
Yeah,
Generations,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
And that one you can have those special costumes.
Oh god.
You know, and Tsunade, I think Tsunade had one, Sakura had one, and Hinata had one, and I would always play them in the costumes.
Well, even Hinata had one.
I'm pretty sure, I think Hinata had one as well. I'm pretty sure. I know at least, at the very least, Tsunade had one.
Yeah,
There's
Tsunade
it's
definitely
been a
had
lot
one.
of years since Generations come out, but so
Yeah.
it's a little hazy. But I do remember, because I got the special edition that came with all the costumes and stuff.
So they've like these figures here are it's called Gundam Girls Generation.
Yeah.
So they're basically the girls of the Gundam series. And this particular series is Gundam Build Fighters and Gundam Build Fighters Tri. In that series, like my favorite character was female character was Mirai. It was kind of like the MC, like the MC of the anime in terms of she was like those K-pop figures.
K-pop figures?
Yeah,
like an idol.
Yeah, she was like
Yeah.
an idol. Yes, basically,
Yeah.
she was like the
Yeah.
idol of the series.
Yeah.
So I like.
Yeah, I thought so.
Her as a
I'm looking at her
character.
aesthetics here. She reminds me very much of like what you would see like in a like main shonen, whatever, what a basic idol might look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so like the Naruto gals figures. So like there was like some of them
Yeah.
released in their normal attire.
And then some of
And
them
then
are...
there was just like the
Sheesh.
beach episode costumes released. Like it's ridiculous, but people like they make it because
Well,
people buy it.
you've got the Naruto girls figures, and I
Mhm.
think there's the Bishouju line. I think it's called, which if you look at it, you'll see Bishouju.
Mhm.
I think that's also part of the Naruto girls. I think they're the same people that did the Naruto girls,
Right.
and they do like Catwoman.
You're
and
talking
all-
about the Baishoujo line, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Is it Baishoujo?
Yeah, Baishoujo,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the one. So like they do like a whole bunch of other
Yeah.
characters as well, but in that same anime aesthetic and those overly developed proportions.
Right.
It's crazy. But hey, people have their favorites and everyone wants to collect
Well,
their favorite
I told you
anime
who
girl.
my favorite was. Who's your favorite? Who's best girl for you?
Oof, best girl for me. I think off the top of my head,
Mhm.
it would probably have to be Hinata.
Hinata as well.
Hinata, most of the series, I think I was always intrigued with her. One of my favorite episodes is when Naruto sees her in the waterfall.
Right.
And Naruto, actually, for the first time, I think he has a genuine reaction towards a girl.
Is this in the movie?
No, this was in the fillers. Like after the main series
Oh.
ends and they all go on a mission,
Mhm.
and like, oh boy, she Naruto got a thing for a girl, and then like later on in the series, that pain arc where like she fully steps up.
Yeah.
At that point, when she stepped up hard, and I
Well,
think no female character
I
stepped up
guess
since
people
then
don't
to that
call her
level.
useless because when she stepped up knowing full well she was
gonna die.
She was gonna die.
Yeah.
Whereas I guess Sakura didn't really get that moment because Naruto always stepped in to save her, but she took the shot. Like
Yeah.
she took on pain. Like she took on pain and lost, and she took the shot.
Yeah.
Like I was sure she was dead when those
Everyone
chapters
was pretty
came out.
sure, like,
yeah, you saw it, right? Like
bro, she showed up and she did the twin lion fist.
Sun Lion Fist.
I love that jutsu. Can I just say
No,
it
that-
sounds so gangster.
Well, they're
so
making a
gangsta.
figure they're making an official gem figure.
I saw it. It's gonna be probably like $300 or something.
The figures
It'll be
are-
expensive as shit.
Here's the thing. I actually had a Naruto girl's Hinata figure.
Yeah.
But I had one that was like the proportions were like proper and like.
Is that the one where her hands are behind her back? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's like a nice one. That's a
and
cute
then
one.
they released some figures after that where
Yeah,
the
the
proportions are
proportions are just-
totally off.
Well, that was my problem with you probably know this, but like my second favorite waifu is Android 18. Because I grew up with Android 18
God,
and Dragon
yeah.
Ball Z. I love Android 18. But you saw my debate and how long it took me to eventually buy an Android 18 figure. Because every Android 18 figure, her proportions are just.
Which one
through
did you
the
end up
roof.
buying?
I ended
I've
up
seen
buying
it.
the Glamour Girls
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
I think it
but
was.
even then, the proportions are off.
Yeah, the proportions are off. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm never winning this debate.
Well,
and at least let me get a cool version
you know,
of it.
the dimension of Dragon Ball Android 18 figure was like was on point.
On point, but
And it was fabric. It was almost like a doll. I get.
I don't want to deal with mixed media because it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I thought Orihime would have been on your list.
Orihime is on that list, but she's not in the top 10. Because the simple reason
Why
is
isn't Orihime useless?
because she has a broken ability.
Right. Okay.
She is useless because all she does is Kurosaki-kun. But her Kurosaki-kun is backed up by one very broken ability, which is actually to the point that it drives a whole fucking series for like 300 episodes.
Yeah, that's why Aizen pretty much takes her because of her broken ability, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of her abilities as well.
Yeah, because she has the shield. And she has not healing, but she straight up just reverts time. So it's crazy. It's not that like, oh, you're healed now, but you might have effects. No, it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. She was crazy broken. So that automatically just made her more useful than Sakura. But Sakura, she just does healing.
Right.
That's all she does.
Yeah.
She can't reverse time on what's like. That's the thing. Maybe they could have developed. Maybe she can heal like a second or two extra on top. I don't know. I'm just thinking too far ahead now.
I don't know. The question of best girl, it's like a hard one to answer because let's go on to AOT territory. And if you guys haven't been on the subreddits for Attack on Titan, so there's the Shinjeki no Kyojin Reddit, and then there's Titan Folk. You guys should hop on those because like at the moment it's just like.
All over.
Every day there are like
everyone's just
over
super
best
hyped
girl.
for the new season. I think for me the best girl will always stay Mikasa. I mean, you see my Mikasa figure as well. I like her because I think she is the first shonen female in my mind anyway that showed up and was a badass and stayed a badass.
Right.
Because it's not like as the series went on, the main character got stronger than her. It's just that Eren became more nuts and more like.
It wasn't that he was nuts.
No, but like he's more proactive. So he's no longer just sitting in the back and like he's doing more stuff.
Eren's problem was
fighting abilities are still just.
This
as
is going
high,
away, but Eren's never had a problem with being
second fiddle,
reactive or proactive. Eren just reacts without thinking.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like he's like pretty much like Naruto. If Naruto was in the Attack on Titan world, he would be Eren. Like legit Naruto would be Eren.
But at least in the first season, he'd be more interesting.
Yeah, he would be more interesting in the first season. But Eren is interesting.
He is now.
He was always my favorite character. Yeah, Eren, like you guys call me basic, but Eren was always my favorite character. But like going back to it, there's actually this thing going, and spoiler alert. So like, if anyone hasn't watched Attack on Titan or hasn't read the manga, then just skip this video 2 minutes ahead. Because there's this thing going in the memes and everything, and it's related to best girl. It's like, who's the father?
The fuck?
Yeah. It's like a real thing. You guys should, if you read the manga, because it's so good. Like, I'm telling you, the manga is better than the anime.
No, fair enough.
I read it monthly, and it is better than the anime. And like, there is Isayama's done this thing where like, there's so many world-defining consequences going on, but all the fans have this question in their head. Are they asking, who's the father?
Anyway, coming back onto the waifus topic, I'm gonna pull you back off that tangent.
Well, Historia Reese in
I remember
Attack on Titan, a lot of people, like Reiner especially, it was like,
Yeah. Oh, now I get what you mean. Who's the father? Yeah. Who's another good best girl that I can think off the top of my head? I know Bulma and Chi-Chi are often in that list, but then I think for Dragon Ball Z in general, it's Android 18.
I never watched Dragon Ball Z with the intention of thinking any of the girls are like the best.
I've got one for you that I think pretty much everyone's gonna have a massive debate on, but I think it's probably the series with the most waifus on hand, and that's One Piece. Because you've got Robin, and you've got Boa, Nami, and pretty much every other princess in the whole freaking series.
Vivi.
Yeah. And if you want,
Charlotte.
I ain't gonna judge, but if you got a thing for Big Mom, I ain't gonna say shit.
I don't know. One Piece is like, I think Oda is like the biggest troll because he introduces all these intriguing female characters, and then like he has them interact with the main character with the male characters, but then says, "Oh no, this anime is not about that. This manga is not about that."
Well, Luffy has zero effect.
It's the biggest tease. Like,
well, Luffy doesn't care. That's the simple fact, isn't it? Like, that's why Boa's abilities had no effect on him, and that's why Boa has such a hard on for him.
What about Komurasaki? Like, there was no need to have a character like Komurasaki.
No, you know what my issue with Komurasaki is? He introduced her and he was like, "All right, so now this is the most beautiful chick in the whole series." But then everyone like, "But you claimed that Boa was the hottest chick in the whole world."
Yeah.
So can you stop, trying to one
up yourself? No one's seen Komurasaki because who the hell goes to Wano?
No one.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why. And
I think the better term would be Komurasaki is the hottest chick in Wano.
In Wano, because no one else has seen her outside of Wano.
And then overall in known major world, it's Boa Hancock.
And then you also have Shirahoshi, but you can't really. She's more a child than a.
She's a fucking giant.
Child.
But she's a giant.
Yeah.
Who's OP as shit because she's one of the three,
Seeking.
No, she's not seeking. She's one of the three ancient weapons.
Ancient weapons. Poseidon, right?
Yeah, she's Poseidon.
But she didn't show any discernible power in the series.
She did. She can control and call Sea Kings to her.
Right.
That's the thing, which makes her OP as hell. Because I don't know if you remember.
But out of water, she's nothing.
Have you seen her size alone?
But she was.
No problem.
You saw what happened when spoiler alert again.
No, okay. You say out of water, right? But who says Sea Kings are restricted to just the water?
I don't know. But she was getting captured by one of those guys in that massive World Council thing.
Yeah. But the simple fact,
I think Celestial was trying to capture her.
Do you remember the episode where the One Piece crew were lifted into the air by a Sea King and their ship was on the tip of the nose of one of the Sea Kings?
Right, yeah.
So
wasn't that when they were going into the
they were going into, I think, the Grand Line or the New World at the time?
New World.
Yeah. And you just think to yourself, so that's a Sea King. That's like a true size Sea King.
Yeah.
I don't think the land matters when you're that big.
Didn't the Sea King take
Shanks' hand?
Shanks' hand.
Yeah, but that was a very small. That's not a Sea King. It was more like a sea Joker.
Yeah, but then I think Oda didn't realize how big his series was gonna become.
Yeah. At that point, I think he just called it a Sea King because this is probably gonna be the biggest fish in the sea.
Yeah.
But then later on, when he started doing the power scale creep,
right.
he realized, you know what? It doesn't make logically a lot of sense if a Sea King is this small. So then he started developing these gigantic Sea Kings.
Yeah.
That are like, oh yeah, that's a Sea King, alright.
I don't know, but Shirahoshi's a bit of a weird one. I wouldn't call her best girl.
I don't think she's the best girl, but I think she's an intriguing girl.
No.
Because she's also a weapon.
When it comes to a lot of these smaller type of anime, like if you guys have watched Konosuba, which is I watched that recently and it's pretty funny.
Oh, Konosuba is that the? Oh.
It's with Aqua, Megumin.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking. Aqua, yeah. It's a funny one.
It's really funny.
It's on Amazon. I have to watch it.
Is it on Amazon?
I believe so.
I watched it on Anime Lab or something. It was pretty good.
I believe so. It's on Anime.
Like the best girl in that. I think the best girl in that is like even the main character says it like he's like got 3 girls next to him and said, "This is not the best girl. I just met the best girl." And it's like this goddess called Eris.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really have to watch it. People keep telling me it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, believe me, if I had the time, like most recently, I just started watching this one anime where it's like people turning into animals and they fight each other. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I've only watched like the first 2 episodes and I'm slowly and like you've seen my work schedule right now, so I'm trying to grind into it, but you'll see how it goes.
I don't know. The thing with Konosuba is that like it introduces Aqua, who's also a goddess, but
she's apparently really strong, right? Like she brings him back from death or something.
Yeah, no, she's useless. Like
no, but that's like her main power. That's the one thing that she
actually is useful, but the character as a personality, she has a useless personality. Like she uses all her points, like because it's like a game type isekai thing. She uses all her points for party tricks.
Oh, lol.
But all of her XP, she uses all for party tricks.
Though. That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. And then like and she can bring him back and everything, but she's useless just because she causes a lot of the problems half the time.
Who else is a good?
If you guys.
Albedo from Overlord.
Oh yeah.
Everyone loves her. I loved her right from I think episode 1 or 2 when you see her crazy face.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, she's hot, but she's like the opposite of a yandere. She's like a super simp.
Well, talking about yandere, is like for you it was Mirai and Mirai Nikki.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I would put her as number 2 under Hinata.
I don't know why you like her.
And then Android 18 can go 3rd place because you realize she was so determined to have the ideal love story with the guy she loves. She became a god, went to another dimension, killed herself, killed everybody, killed the god, took that position so that she could spend the rest of her life with him. But because she fucked up the timeline, she was willing to die for him so that the timeline, her version that's in it, could actually live with him and he would be the new god. But then that didn't work out. And then she comes back in the OVA and she says, and then like we get the little cut where I think she calls out to him, and then he's like, "Wait a second, you're here," and then like it cuts and it's like,
does it just cut there?
Yeah, it just
you should read the manga because manga
I think the manga goes further,
there's
right?
like a proper
like
they get
ending.
united properly.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bruh, this is what determined waifu. That's all I had to say about that. I was like,
because
so
she dies in the the original Yuno dies in the second world scheme of things, and the guy makes a third world, and he's like, it's all good, and we're just gonna keep it like kosher here. But then the him in the third world ends up with a different girl, but the Yuno of that world, like because she's had a normal life, she still feels him calling out to her.
Again, it's weird. Mirai Nikki is a very weird show, but it's probably one of the best written ones out there, and it's hard.
It's debatable.
I don't know. For me personally, it's one of the best written because when I watched it, I watched episode 1 all the way through to 24 in one sitting.
Well, I did that for like Sword Art Online, man, and that was freaking scarring shit.
Sword Art Online was.
I did it for Attack on Titan.
That first season and that Elfen Lied, because I still consider that whole thing as the first season, because it's only like 24 episodes all up.
No, it's the first 12 or 13 episodes that are good. Ironcrad.
Yeah.
It's like 14 episodes.
So I would consider that good, and you have one of the best waifus in there, which is Asuna.
We haven't gone to like Asuna.
We haven't gone to Asuna. Okay, can I just say Asuna first season, best waifu. Period.
Yeah.
Best waifu, period.
Well, no, Sachi was also there, but like, initially Sachi was written to be like Kirito's first love, so it would have like, a love lost type of feel. And then that was retconned after in the official novels, because you have the web novel and then the normal novel. But yeah, like the thing with that is Asuna was like best girl in the first season.
I think Asuna for everyone just took everyone's hearts away when she did everything to protect Kirito, and then they had that whole thing in the cabin, and they were like they had like a
chapter 16.5. Chapter 16.5.
They had like a full like romance life and everything together, an ideal situation, and like she's like the ideal girl in that series, like or at least like for most guys, She's like the ideal dream wife.
Well, she stood beside Kirito, and that was the thing. And then the second season, they totally depowered her and made her like this.
She was just another side character.
Yeah.
And then she became part of the harem. And then
she's not part of, like the end of the
Kirito pretty much has a harem.
The end of the original 24 episodes, and like there's like there's a molestation scene in there, where like old guy molests her and whatnot.
In the cage and up there.
Oh my god,
it's
so screwed.
Yeah.
But like he ends up, he pretty much picks her.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, he keeps on adding girls to
to Kirito's harem. Again, it is a Kirito harem thing. And I don't like that. I liked it much more when it was just Kirito.
I think Sword Art Online was when Isekai kind of went like, okay, Isekai's gonna like be the thing now.
Yeah. Well, legit, Sword Art Online gave us the first true Isekai that everyone.
It's not Isekai though.
No, but look, the guy, it was a forced Isekai. Yeah, the guy got forced into that Isekai, right? Mm-hmm. And then it came back to the real world after, and it was fine. It was all good. The story ended nice and neat, no problem. And then every freaking mangaka out there and anime studio went, you know what? People like this shit. Here's Log Horizon.
Log Horizon, that's right.
Yeah, and then Log Horizon took off, and they were like, oh, you know what? Here's another Isekai, and another Isekai.
And then they finally got away from the gamer thing, and then they started doing like proper Isekais.
Anything. No Game No Life came out, another Isekai.
Oh god.
I was just like, bro, please.
No Game No Life is almost banned in Australia.
Why?
Oh, there's new laws passing and everything.
Well, No Game No Life is still on Netflix Australia, so I don't give a shit. I still have to watch the movie. I still haven't watched it. I think it's called Zero. I still haven't watched. I have it on my list, and I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, I don't know, but like best girl. I don't know. Like I said, Haruka Morishimoto is out there. She was best girl for me in the Amigami SS series. Under that, we're talking about anime best girls.
Oh, who was the wife in Clannad? I forgot her name.
No, we're not speaking about Clannad. Screw that.
Was
No,
that-
bro.
She
No,
was
no.
a pretty good
Fuck
waifu.
off.
She actually became a waifu, and then I can't. You know me, I'm not good with names. I remember my characters, but I don't remember their names all that well. But
I
like
don't
she
even
was.
remind me, man. Clannad is some scarring shit.
It is scarring shit, but you gotta admit that's damn well written scarring shit.
It is damn well written, but
It
it's
is
so
damn
scarring.
well written.
There's another one where it's like Tomoko after or Tomoya after. I'm like, oh my god, why
Please
did I
stop.
spend my time reading this shit?
The only thing that you can remember from the whole show that's on a positive note is tango, tango, tango. That's that one song. Everything
There was
else
also
is does your
actually no.
head in.
There was also like for me, I actually picked the best girl in Infinite Stratos, which hasn't been
Oh.
given the treatment it deserves.
For me, it was that German chick with the
Lord
giant,
Bodwing.
yeah, with the giant fuck off gun.
No, for me it was like Hoki Shinima.
Which one was that? Is that the blue chick? No.
No, that was the Japanese one. Like his Japanese childhood. He's got like a few different
He's got
childhood friends.
Infinite Stratos goes weird. Oh, actually, speaking of around the time that we were into Infinite Stratos, Statilizer El Bridget.
No, that's your shit, man. That's
That is
another.
ma-
That's
wow,
another
the
scarring anime.
untouchable queen.
Oh,
She was
freaking
pretty awesome.
freezing, man. Far
She was a
out.
pretty awesome waifu.
No, that
Hey,
that
and I've got a
manga
figure of her as well, and
It's
the
not-
proportions
It's
on
not
that
a legit
figure.
figure.
Yeah, but
Fucking bootleg.
yeah, it's the only thing I can get my hands on at the time. Everything else is like, bro, their prices are jacked
It's
into
jacked
blue.
so bad.
Yeah,
I know.
and like the thing is, I'm not worried about the amount of money I'm gonna pay. I'm worried if I pay that much and it turns out to be another bootleg. So I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I know this is a bootleg and it's a half decent looking one.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Look, I think those figures will eventually diminish in price.
I'm just hoping they make some new ones altogether. I'll take it.
But no. So, freezing as an anime, I don't think
It's
we're gonna
done
get
and
much
dusted.
more of it.
It's done
The
and
manga
dusted.
is still going. I've stopped reading and stopped following it. It's some pretty scarring
It's,
shit.
yeah. It's
A lot of, like,
it's kind of done and
The
dusted.
themes in that thing are like again, like
Well, I think the
Assault and
series,
the rest of it.
the series started as like such an obvious gonna be a harem thing, and then
Yeah.
before you realize it takes a hard left.
Yeah, it's like no, it's not gonna be a harem anymore.
Nah.
Har-
You thought you were in for just your average comedy anime. You fucking wee.
Well, it's got themes of like Attack on Titan in it as well because
Yeah.
they're versing an enemy they didn't understand.
Yeah.
You know, that was like the Novas or something. Yeah.
It's you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Evangelion a little bit. It's just
Well,
like-
you know, Rei and Asuka are also considered best girls in
yeah,
that.
Rei Asuka.
Rei. But Rei's based off his mum, so it's fucking weird.
Most people usually say Asuka, don't they? Though?
Asuka's annoying, man.
Because
Especially
she's a
like
loud
new
mouth.
Asuka in the
Wait, but Asuka original or Asuka in that remake?
Rebuild.
Yeah.
Asuka in Rebuild, like she kind of sets herself apart from Shinji, but Asuka in the original, like,
Fucking annoying.
again, there's like this stuff you don't want to talk about in that. You know what happens?
I think
You know what Shinji does to her, right?
I can't remember. It's been a little too long.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about it. But it's
Yeah,
some
that's
scarring
leave it.
shit.
I think the whack shit in the whole series was when they find out about the Evangelions being their mom kind of thing.
Well, no, the
Yeah.
Shinji's Evangelion
Yeah.
has his mother's soul
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
that- and
And,
it's just
Rei
weird.
is like based off his
Yeah,
mom.
it's almost like an Oedipus ish complex kind of thing
Eu-
going on.
Oedipus,
Oedipus,
Oedipus?
yeah, Oedipus, yeah. And I was just like, bruh.
Yeah, because like you know he
I'm like,
actually
please stop.
in the rebuild of Evangelion he has like a very close relationship with Rei, and then she gets absorbed into the freaking the core. They only find him inside the goddamn thing.
Yeah, let's not get into Evangelion. That's another mindfuck series altogether. So let's just
That's a
leave
video on itself.
Yeah, that's a video on its own.
I don't know,
I'd have to
okay.
rewatch
So
it
top
anyway.
5 best girls.
Top 5? Okay, so I'm gonna do Hinata,
Mhm.
Yuno,
Mm.
Android 18, Tia Haribel,
Yeah. Okay.
because you know me and
From
Tia.
Bleach, yeah, from
yeah,
Bleach, yeah.
I love Tia. Even though she barely gets any screen time whatsoever, I'm still giving it to her.
Mhm.
And my 5th place. Oh, it's so hard to choose. I've got a few in my head, but I don't know which one I want to put in that 5th place. Do I want to double up? Is that?
It's just best girl. It doesn't matter if you double up.
Yeah, but I'm worried about doubling up on the same series because I like a lot of girls from the same series as well. So
Nice.
that's another fucking problem. Actually, you know what? Just for the fifth place, I'm just gonna put a nice, simple one that's gonna piss you the fuck off as well.
What?
So it's gonna be Satellites El Bridget.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Just to piss you off.
Get over that
That's
shit.
my top.
Alright, so mine, again, number one is like Haruka Morishima from Amigami SS.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't read it, you guys should definitely, I think you can get the manga, but you should watch the anime.
Yeah.
Pretty good anime. Number two would be, see, I've never really considered a number two, but I think Tomo from Rurouni Kenshin. So that's Kenshin's first wife. I think she was.
Is that the one from the OVAs?
Yeah, she's in the OVAs too.
Oof, trust and betrayal, dear
Yeah,
lord.
because she was initially betraying Kenshin,
Yeah,
but
and
she
then-
gave her life
For
not
him.
to betray
Yeah.
him. So Tomo would definitely
If you want
be.
feels, please watch the OVA Trust and Betrayal. Holy
She
shit.
would definitely be there. I also like the Mana in the Negima series. So Mana is the detained.
I thought you liked what's her name, the other one. Remember the one that that wasn't getting treated all that well?
Nodoka.
Nodoka, yeah.
Yeah, Nodoka is also
You
there.
had her, I think you still have her as your Facebook profile picture.
Yeah,
don't you?
Nodoka is. Yes, Nodoka is my Facebook profile. Ren from Elemental Jade would be number 4.
Damn, I forgot about Elemental Delay. That's a good series.
So
yeah.
Ren from Elemental Jade would be number 4, and then number 5 would be. There's a couple you can put at number 5, but it would be.
See, it's really hard when you get to that. You can do your first like 4 easy, but when you want to round up, you gotta start shuffling
no,
people.
no. It's definitely difficult because like a lot of the animes I watch, I don't necessarily like attach like a best girl thing to it. If you know what I mean.
That's the problem, but I do.
But like Hawkeye would be there at number 5, but that series is just gone down the toilet in terms of.
Oh my god! I just
new
realized
content.
I could have put. Nah,
Laura
I'm not
Golding,
gonna
yeah.
change my list. I've
But
already,
I think
I've already
we'll-
put my list as is because there's a lot, like, and I'm just thinking about more waifus, and I'm just gonna stop now.
But I think we'll cap it off there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like again, let us know about who your best girl in your favorite animes
Your
are.
waifus. He says best girl. I say wife. Actually, in the comments down below, just type in: Are you a waifu person or a best girl person?
It's best girl, man.
I don't care. Let's find out one way or another. Do you say waifu or best girl? Leave it in the comments.
Right, and I think we cap off there.
Alright, latest guys. 2 dudes out. Peace.
Bye.